Football. This crowd coming together to make up the 12th man, trying to make it very difficult for any opponent. This is not your normal matchup. A battle of top 5 teams, 2 forces colliding here near the end of the season. Cannot wait for this one. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Aggies will kick this away to start us off. Returner looking to make a play here. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So Miami's offense comes on the field first today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. 2 good teams with great individual players.
First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Crucial 8-yard gain sets up a makeable 3rd and 2. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. And that gain enough for a fresh set of downs, spotted at the 48.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
The Canes pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Play action fake. Looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. He makes the grab. They finally get him down, but an explosive play. The offense in business now at the 24. And the Canes line up on 1st and 10 now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's got some room. Can he get there? Touchdown, Canes. And they take the early lead. Let's talk about a great way to start this game, for setting the tone very early.
Yeah, sometimes it takes an offense a couple of drives to get comfortable. You can tell this unit came onto the field locked in and focused. No slow start at all for these guys.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Well, a wide receiver, Kirk, this dangerous, who lines up all over the place. Can the linebackers step up and help out the secondary enough to?
Yeah, usually you see these matchups, the slot receiver has a big advantage. But I'll tell you, this linebacker is an excellent athlete, but the wide receiver he's covering today will pose a textbook challenge to see if he can truly cover.
Caught over the middle. It's Winston. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Here's a handoff on 1st and goal. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Here's the handoff, testing the middle. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. And they'll set up with the PAT.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. That's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Throws a bullet deep down the right side. The pass is intercepted. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
And the back now goes in motion. He's running out of time here. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Great call here by the defensive coordinator, sending that linebacker on the blitz, and it works out for the sack. And tell you, Miami linebacker play over the years, I would put up there with anybody in the country.
Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris. Is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time, the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass, and blew up.
And the protection breaks down yet again, another sack. And the Aggies will bring their punt team onto the field. That's another aggressive call by this defense, bringing the blitz on 3rd and long.
Yeah, one of the beautiful things this defense has is guys that can cover. When you feel like you have guys that can cover against these wide receivers, it frees you up to be a little bit more aggressive. And this time they dial up that blitz, not worried at all about getting beaten man-to-man coverage. And a good job of timing it up perfectly to get that sack.
Looking to scramble now. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Tight end makes the grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Receiver makes the grab.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. The Hurricanes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Back to throw again. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Miami. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Running out of time in the pocket. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
The Aggies looking to run some tempo here. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down. And the Aggies will have to punt this one away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Tackle finally made, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it at the 34. First down and 10. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Using his legs on the scramble. He's past the marker, still on his feet. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal. The Hurricanes looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Makes a quick grab. Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Hurricanes. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Now they get set to kick it away.
That makes the score Miami 21, Texas A&M 7.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Defense will make the stop, and what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. Let's check out the quarterback comparison here through the first quarter.
Miami 21, Texas A&M 7.
And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. The Aggies will line up to kick it away.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
And the Miami offense is back on the field. This group has been clicking. They really built momentum. And the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to rifle this one deep to the left side. Catch made wide open way downfield. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game. The Canes are in the red zone. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Makes the catch. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown for the U.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
Turner decides to field it. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. They're coming off a 3 and out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. And the Aggies come up to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now 4th down. The Aggies will line up to punt it away. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. So here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 43. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. That's caught. It's Morrison. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Short completion there. 2nd down coming up. Receiver makes the catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Nice throw, caught for a completion. Brought down at the 46, good enough for a 1st down. The Canes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw yet again. Nice grab. It's Morrison.
And the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
The completion makes it 2nd and short. Quarterback drops back. Locates the tight end. It's complete. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that 1st down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man, and he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. And look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
He's going to take off. Finds room at the 30. Slides down to avoid the tackle. And the Aggies looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to...
And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. The quarterback making some changes at the line. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, he misfires again, 3 in a row.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol.
I think it says a lot about this coach's confidence that he has in his team, that he sticks to running the football on 4th down. You know, a lot of teams, they might try to get...
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark, see if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He slings this one deep down the left side. Caught right near the sideline for a big gain.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And now another deep ball here. Oh, he can't come up with the catch in the end zone. It's going to be 2nd down now. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Trying to create here on the move. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. The pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dreamed about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potential.
He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Can he take it all the way? Out past the 30. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, A&M. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return.
How about the risky call here by this offense? I love that they're going for it on 4th down. Not so sure about the play call. The defense was not fooled at all. Steps in front of this throw for a nice touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. They'll return it from inside the 5. Returner tackled right there. That's when they start the drive. And the Miami offense is back on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. The completion makes it 2nd and short. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Using his legs here. And they get him down, but that's a solid gain there to move the sticks using his feet. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the...
Looking to make a play deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Canes.
Man, that's his 2nd touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense provides. Great job by the quarterback putting the ball where his guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you? And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker, and then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
And the Canes will kick this deep to begin the second half. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his big tight end. It's a highlight reel diving catch there. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Bringing pressure. And the junior gets home making a sack there.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands. But the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Catch made on the right side. Tackled at the 6-yard line. That's the push. Offense really threatening now. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Now they run the football here. I thought he might have enough room to be able to extend and get across that first down mark, but he's going to be a couple yards short.
Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. But they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead.
That makes the score Miami.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. That fumble from the last possession set up a touchdown. And they bounce back from that costly error here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional. I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
The Aggies will crank up the tempo. On third down, he drops to throw. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building in the lead here in the second half. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Got him. He's sacked.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Looking to pass here on second down. Looking for his big tight end. Pulls in.
Down pass.
Then up by the defender nicely that time.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. The next tip ball could be going the other way.
The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover. Touchdown, Aggies. A fumble return for 6. That's a scoop and score. Defense making a monster play there.
Well, his eyes must have gotten so big when he saw that ball pop out, chance to pounce on it, and instead of doing it the more conservative way and just falling on it, he decides to take it to the house for a touchdown, something he'll remember for the rest of his career.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Keeping it on the ground here. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Breaking tackles. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on second down. Ball handed off. He's found some room at the 45. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The Hurricanes moving quickly down the field here. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And a nice first down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Snags the quick throw. The Hurricanes looking to keep this drive moving. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Using his legs, it's Morrison. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the third quarter. And notice how the balance of this passing game has been on display here. A whole bunch of guys getting involved, catching passes. That's tough to stop. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Takes the handoff again. Fighting him off.
Boy, as a head coach, you preach fourth quarter offense all year long and the importance of being able to finish out a game. This is a great example. They have secured this football, this drive. They've been able to convert on third downs, and they keep moving this clock. This is a clinic on how to run a 4-minute offense.
Second down after that previous play. Handoff running right. Got a lane. Can he get in? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. And here comes a deep shot. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
He'll be sacked back at the 2-yard line.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? He's free around the 15. Uses the stiff arm and gets past the marker before being taken down. And the Aggies looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing it.
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Past the 20. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. And the Miami offense is back on the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
They've converted 2 of 3 so far on 4th down, and they'll stay aggressive here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Looks like he's going to run it. No, he didn't make it. He is stopped short, so they don't take the chance to add to this lead, and the defense will get the football back. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Cannot escape, and down he goes. 2nd down now after the sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that back.
Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now. The Aggies will line up now. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Under pressure, just lets it go. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. They need a touchdown here. Down big in the 4th quarter. 3rd and goal. Press coverage now from the secondary. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Looking for 6. And it's a touchdown. But wait, looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's find out if this one's going to count. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. A field goal here doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 on 4th down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to throw again. Defense is coming after him. Scrambles out of bounds to avoid contact. He's going to be short of the marker. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the quarterback just takes a knee. Well, really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side, but where they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.